Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigfoot Club. Robert Jesse Dominguez, Ash Tucker, Stephen Robert Dominguez, Earl the Pearl Kennedy. Believe in us, believe in Bigfoot Club, because we are too sweet.
Hello everyone, this is Richard Dominguez, the creator of the comic book superhero El Gato Negro, and you're listening to Bigfoot Club Podcast.
Bigfoot Club, Season 2, Episode 28. Robert Jesse Dominguez. I just wanted to do a quick reminder for everybody that's listening to us on all the platforms, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeart, Pandora, Alexa, YouTube. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a like. Give us a subscription. Give us a comment. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, check us out on Facebook. We're at Bigfoot Club 1 Facebook page. We're also on Twitter, so it's also as Bigfoot Club 1. So follow us on Twitter as well. We'll be posting all the podcasts, all the changes, all the updates will be on those social media streams. So check us out on that. I also wanted to add, if you have any stories regarding Bigfoot or paranormal or just strange stories, if you want to share them with us, we'll talk about them on the air. Or if you want to come onto the show and talk about them, we can do that too. Please reach out to us at bigfootclub1@gmail.com. And we'll talk about these stories on the show. Also, if you are on YouTube, check out Bigfoot Crossroads and Cryptid Tales. That's run by Matt Knapp. It's pretty good stuff. I don't miss an episode. And also check out Crazy Cat Paranormal Speaks. They're on all the platforms as well with John and Cecilia Clark. They're a pretty good podcast. I don't miss an episode of that one. So today's going to be a very special Bigfoot Club. I'm going to be talking to my best friend that I grew up with, Juan Valdez, and we're basically going to be just talking about us growing up in Oak Cliff. I hope you enjoy it. It's safe to say you're my best friend, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
how you doing, everybody?
This is Juan Francisco Valdez.
Let's go ahead and say the whole name. Right? Now I'm going to have people looking for me.
No.
There he is.
Juan Francisco. So how long would you say we known each other? Since
I want to say 36 years.
Yeah, since 1980. 80 was whenever I moved to Arcadia Park.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's when I was playing on that tree.
Yeah, you were playing next to my cousin's.
There was a lot next to George's house.
Yeah. Jungle.
I remember that.
Jungle.
Yeah.
I don't call him George anymore.
I don't know what year it was.
It was 80 because
Was it 80?
Yeah, because I moved like.
I was 7 then.
Yeah, I moved from Maple Lawn, and it was the middle of the year. It was around, I want to say it was like February or March. And normally DISD doesn't allow kids to move.
Yeah.
But I think at the time, DISD let me for some reason. They let us move, and they let me enroll to Arcadia Park. And I recall that because I only had like 3 or 4 more months for school.
Yeah.
And we moved because actually Jungle's family had built that house there, and then my mom wanted to be next to Jungle's mom, which is their sisters.
Yeah.
And so they bought the house at 1038. And I think George had met you, like Jungle had met you before, right?
I met him the way we met. We were walking. I didn't know him yet. We were walking home from school.
Yeah.
He was right next to me, and this German Shepherd started chasing us. So we hauled ass down the hill.
Yeah.
And my dad's truck was in the driveway.
Yeah.
I said, "Get in the back of the truck," and that's where we met. I was like, well, hey, my name's Juan. I live right here. He goes, I just moved right there down the street.
Yeah. He's been terrified of dogs.
Are you serious?
Yeah, big time. I think I can't remember I think it was Cujo or some hellhound movie or something, and he's never liked dogs ever since then.
I don't know that.
He's probably going to hate that I'm talking about it, but he probably is not even listening to the show, but I don't really care. So
Wow. Now that I know that.
I know. But
No wonder he hauled ass.
yeah, he's always been scared of dogs, and like whenever, like during summertime, we would be riding the bikes around, and there was a loose dog. He would like jump off his bike, run inside the house.
I would have stayed on the bike.
I know,
go faster.
I go, where's George at? I go, oh, he's inside. So I go, okay, never mind. But yeah, you met Jungle first, and then I recall you were playing on a tree right next to Jungle's house.
That tree is still there.
It is still there.
It's still there. I go down the street and I look at that house, your house,
Uh-huh.
and it looks small now.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, but back then the front yard looked like a football field.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was huge.
Yeah. What's
But
up,
now
man?
you go over there and it's like, man, I can't believe it. It's like when you go to an elementary school that you used to go to.
Yeah.
And the toilets were for babies. But
Yeah.
back then it was normal.
Yeah, it looked normal. Like the cafeteria looks normal. and
Everything's small now.
everything's like,
But it's built for kids.
golly. But
Can't
yeah,
believe it.
But huh?
What year are we in? 2020? That's 40 years, dude.
Yeah, 40 years
Are you serious?
we've been friends.
Dang.
I don't think cause I'm not friends with hardly anybody over nothing more than 20 or
Wow.
so.
Man, there's one thing I regret. It's not having all the toys that I had.
Man, I'm telling you,
Dude, you remember all the toys I
yeah,
had?
you had like GI Joes,
Dude, I
you had
the whole collection of Autobots.
Autobots, you had Hot Wheels, you had let me see, you had pretty much a lot of Star Wars stuff too.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch. I mean, a lot. I had X-Wing fighters. I had the Y fighters. Man. I had, the G.I. Joe helicopters. and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you had all that.
The airplane that opened. I had the original.
You had Atari too. You had Atari,
Dude.
Atari 5200.
Yeah, I had Nintendo 64. I had
See,
Nintendo.
you see, but I think by the time that came out, I was already working, and I could actually afford it. So,
I think I had the Atari 5200. That was when it first came out.
yeah, it was color.
Yeah.
It was color, and it was like I remember I used to ask my mom if I could go spend that at your house. And
Didn't you have Atari?
no, I
No,
didn't
it was me?
Yeah, it was just you.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have any of that.
I've been having video games since I was little.
Yeah, I think my mom and dad, they were, bless their heart, they had more kids to feed.
Oh, yeah.
So they were always working, and I used to ask them for stuff, but I didn't get it, but I was okay with it.
You're like, oh, let's go to Juanillo's house.
I know
He's got everything.
I got one, so I don't I don't really have to worry about it. So
There's not a lot of people that know how we met, right?
no, there's not a lot of people, but you were playing with Jungle. I like to call him Jungle.
Right.
So we were playing with Jungle. You were playing with Jungle, and I came out. And I go there and look, and I saw you were like climbing all over this tree.
Yeah.
And I go, and I came down, and I think Jungle jumps off the tree and comes talks to me. I go, "Who's this?" He goes, "It's a friend of mine." So I asked what your name was. I go, "Hey man, what's your name? And what did you do?"
I stuck my tongue out at him. He goes, what's your name? And I go, he goes, hey, I'm sticking my tongue out. He goes, hey, what are you doing?
So,
And I try to ignore him. I just kept climbing the tree.
oh man, those were the good old days.
I mean, we done so much stuff back then to entertain ourselves.
Yeah,
We built stuff. Remember the lightsabers we built?
I was just about to say that. I remember your dad got pissed at us.
Well, the first one was bicycle handlebar.
Right,
the
right,
grips.
right. Yeah,
And we get a broomstick. We stick it in there. And then I got this idea of getting a flashlight. Back then they were metal. They were metal, not
and they were kind of extended a little
Yeah,
bit.
they're long. The aluminum ones.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
My dad got so mad. He had barely bought that flashlight.
But it looked so cool though.
It was awesome. I gutted it out and I stuck
A broomstick.
a broomstick. And then we spray paint blue one and the green
Yeah,
one.
we sure did.
And we're just playing outside, playing Star Wars.
Oh man, those were the days.
I
So,
think we went to go see Return of the Jedi.
yeah, we did
When it
together.
first came out.
Yeah, I think your mom dropped us
Yeah.
off at
It was at Redbird.
Redbird Mall. Yeah,
Man, a lot of people don't know what Redbird is.
yeah, because like my mom would. I'm pretty sure your mom was the same way, but my mom only gave me enough money for a movie and maybe something to eat, and we used to debate on do we want to play video games or we want to eat pizza?
Oh yeah.
So we had to debate that all the time. So
I think my mom will give me $5.
Yeah.
And we'll go buy a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
And then go across.
Because like back then the movies were like $2.70, $2.50,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
$2.50, $2.75.
It was cheap.
Yeah. So
And the games were a quarter.
yeah, that was, man, those were the days. Because we used to do that, and it was like, oh man.
That was back then when you didn't have to worry about people stealing your kids and stuff.
Yeah, because like your mom would just drop us off, and like the movie theater was kind of far from the mall, so we had to walk across the parking lot.
Yeah.
We had to walk across the parking lot, but because I know she would drop us off at the movies, but we would walk
Yeah.
to go Brothers Pizza.
I wonder if your mom knew that.
No.
She'd probably get mad. She's going to listen.
Yeah, she's gonna hear this.
She's like,
fight.
Robert!
She probably will. Like she doesn't know a lot of stuff that I used to do, and which is
She
I
does
guess,
now.
I guess it's okay, you know.
Yeah, we're grown.
Yeah,
But back then we had a lot of freedom.
yeah, yeah. We used to ride our bikes in the woods and all kinds of stuff. So, but man, that park is like, you know, I didn't realize, and we were talking off show about this, but I didn't realize how haunted Arcadia Park is. It's like, it's very, very haunted. And I know I've talked to you before about this because like whenever I first moved to Arcadia Park in 1980, we were talking, I can't think of the kid's name, but that spring or something, this one kid got killed over at Clay Hill. Do you remember hearing about that?
I remember that.
But I don't recall his name. It was a white kid.
Yeah, but the story that you told was, I guess, different from the one I heard.
Well, tell me the one that you heard.
The one that I heard, he went out there one day and he was swimming, and his feet got tangled in those weeds in there, and he drowned.
Okay.
And the story you heard was what?
The story I heard this from other kids and other grades. Like I was in when I moved to Arcadia Park in 1980, I was in 4th grade, and you were in what?
I was in second.
Second, okay. I heard this
first.
You were in first.
Yeah.
I heard this from kids from 5th graders.
Oh,
I overheard them like in the lunchroom saying that this kid jumped off Clay Hill because there was like a steep part of Clay Hill
that was the Devil's Hill or something.
yeah,
like
it was like goes straight down.
Yeah.
And
The Devil's Cliff.
Yeah, supposedly there was a car that was right there, and this kid jumped and like head first and hit it with his head.
I remember that car. It's a white car.
Yeah, and hit it, and then he got unconscious and drowned. That's what I heard.
But the weird thing is, there had to be somebody there with him. He couldn't do it by himself.
Yeah, I think there were some kids with him, but I don't recall because I saw this on Arcadia Park alum Facebook page. There was like some girl that was posting that was her brother, and if anybody like recalled him, and I saw his picture, like his grade school picture, and I said, man, I didn't know his face or nothing, but I can't remember his name for the life of me. But he was, but I remember hearing about that, and I wanted to explore that, and I think I mentioned it to my mom, and like it was shut down after that. I couldn't. I had to tell her when I was going to the woods or something, or even in that remotely that direction.
And it's kind of weird that she doesn't know what you did, but my mom will find out and said, "You're always getting in trouble with Robert."
Yeah, I got blamed. I got blamed for a lot of stuff, but you know, some of it was on me, some of it wasn't. So
yeah, a lot of it was on me because I was always adventurous.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were both kids. We were just trying to do stuff. Like for example, like the stuff that we used to try to pull, we used to try to jump the creek, and like the steepest part of the creek.
Oh no, that was in that field next to George's house.
Yeah, it was the field. And what was the lady's name that lived right next door to you?
That was Ruby.
Ruby.
Yeah.
So it was right next to her house too.
Yeah. It was in between.
And there was like a steep ass.
It had a little cliff.
Yeah.
Where it was like an incline.
Yeah.
Where you could jump. I don't know what the hell was inside me.
I know what it was. It was the Fall Guy because you were into the Fall Guy big time.
Didn't I make a song?
Yeah, you did. It was hold on, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to recall it, but it was a Lee Majors show. It was the
The fall guy.
Yeah, the $6 million man.
Yeah.
And so he had a show that he was a stunt guy.
Yeah.
And like for some reason you were into stunts and you were into jumping ramps and
I did some stupid stuff back then. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
I know. And he used to, I can't remember. Hold on. I'm trying to think. I'm a fall guy. You something. Go ahead.
I do a lot of stunts. I
hit a lot of runs.
I'm the fall guy. Yeah. I had more, but
that's
the hook.
That's the only thing I can recall. So I remember you used to like ride your bike and sing that all the time. So
I remember there was a rope tied to the tree in front of my house. Mm-hmm. And I would run the bike all the way from the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And I'll turn the corner and I'll jump off my bike onto the rope. I'll just see my bike going down the street.
I do remember that. I don't think I ever tried that, but I do recall seeing you do that.
We weren't even supposed to go on top of the hill.
Yeah.
That was the forbidden zone.
Yeah, it was like from Planet of the Apes. We couldn't go past. We couldn't go further on hail.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Hail.
Well, yeah. But the top of the hill was the forbidden zone.
Yeah, it was like other.
We're just
But we used to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like we used to look to see if like your mom's car was there. Go look.
So look, and we'll get closer to, and we get closer to the top and closer to the top, and finally we hit the top.
Yeah.
We didn't go any further except later on that night, we'd sneak out.
Yeah.
Man, that was dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Lay in the middle of Jefferson.
We were just adventurous, and we wanted to do stuff, and it was just I don't know. It was. I think back on it now. I wish if I had to go back in time and do it, I wouldn't do that.
I know I wouldn't be laying in the middle of the street.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't have done it where we got caught.
Oh yeah, I remember how I got caught.
Yeah,
man, that was horrible.
I do too, but if I had to go back in time and change it, I would change that.
I wouldn't change it.
Really?
Nah, I had fun. No regrets.
Okay. Yeah, it was fun. You know what? One thing I used to always say is like, because I recall I think one time we were on the Jefferson side, and anytime a car, because like that whole road like between like midnight and 5 a.m. was it was dead.
Yeah,
and we were riding our bikes across Jefferson, and we would see a car coming, and so I think we like pulled. I don't know if you recall this. We pulled behind like there was houses along this Jefferson Road. There was like some cars parked on the side of the road, and so we would hide behind these cars.
Oh yeah,
and we didn't know who it was. It was a cop or it's a person. We just didn't want to be seen, and let alone it was a cop pulling up. And it was like, look, I think he saw us, but he was trying to figure out where he was. He drove to the very next block, turned around, and at that time, as he turned up the street, we hauled ass up the other street.
Yeah, we took off.
Oh,
man. Dude, it was like 3:00 in the morning. There shouldn't be no kids out there.
No, we shouldn't have been out there at all. So. It was something else to do something like that. So.
My dad knew I was sneaking out.
He did?
Yeah, well, I would be very careful, but he was wondering why these streaks were on the fence.
Yeah.
And later on when he caught me, he finally figured out I'd jump out the window and climb the fence right there.
Yeah. I mean, I think now, like, your parents love me, like, pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
They love me pretty good.
Despite the fact that my mom knows everything.
Yeah. And I think they'll probably never like realize or admit that they were wrong about me and stuff, and that's I'm okay with it.
Nah,
but I know now if I see your mom, she wants to hug me and talk to me, and your dad wants to talk to me all the time whenever I do go see him. So, which is cool because like
they knew we were kids.
Yeah,
we did kid stuff.
Because like I know my mom and my dad, he loved you, so he loved you a lot, and gave you long John Silver all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You remember that? I'd come over and he'd go, "You hungry?"
Yeah.
I'll go, "Yeah." He goes, "There's some Long John Silver in the kitchen." And they ate it with lemon.
Those were the days.
I ate it with ketchup.
Yeah.
This dude doesn't like ketchup.
What? How come? Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, not with eggs.
Oh, I see.
I ate nothing but ketchup and eggs.
Yeah, I do recall that with a silver bowl and a blue spoon.
What the hell?
What? It was just that's you did a lot of routine stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a routine guy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Just people have schedules.
Yeah, and you had yours, and you didn't have like 4 other brothers that were trying to eat your food all the time. So you had
to fight for it.
Yeah, you had routine, and you could take your time, and like I had 4 brothers like would try to take my food all the time. So
older brothers.
Yeah, older brothers. So they're always taking my food. So it was all right.
None of them ever stood up for you?
Sandra. That's about it. Sandra.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, Sandra would always take care of me. That's probably why I was so close to her.
Yeah.
But anyway. I was going to ask you, and we can talk back about the past and stuff like that, but I know you did a teaser for me for Bigfoot Club about Bigfoot and stuff like that. And I released it. Actually, it's doing pretty well. It's got like over 150 downloads.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was just like a 7-minute teaser because like I read somewhere that you have to do a teaser every now and then to entice people to listen to your show. Yeah, because like a lot of times I want to plan to do this whenever I do a podcast. I want to talk about in the very beginning what I'm going to talk about, but I don't do it because I get so excited.
Yeah.
And I just do the show anyway. So, and because like sometimes you'll get people downloading your stuff for the first hour, and the second hour you kind of lose them.
Okay.
Because I do a 2-hour podcast, but the last couple of weeks I've only been doing an hour. So today we're probably going to do an hour.
Okay.
So, but you did our teaser about Bigfoot, and I just wanted to reiterate that to you about what are your thoughts about Bigfoot.
Well, there's I guess there's facts.
Mm-hmm.
There's not no proof except for the sightings.
Yeah.
And the imprints on the ground.
Right.
Now every time you get maybe a hair sample, it'll come back not human.
Yeah.
But like animal.
Because I know I've taken you out like once or twice. I think I can't remember.
I remember.
And it was out to East Texas. It was during the summertime. It was really hot.
Oh, it was super hot.
Yeah. So I think that was probably a bad time to do it.
That's when I peed on the tree.
Yeah. We used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Peeing on trees and stuff. But during the summertime, I don't think they're as active down south as because it's my theory that they migrate up north, cooler weather.
Yeah.
And then they come down. So because there's a big area there's a big area between like East Texas, Louisiana, and up toward Arkansas and the Kiamichi Mountains in Oklahoma. There's a big area that there's no people at all, and so they can move freely.
Oh, okay.
They can move freely without
worry about it.
without being seen.
One thing that gets me is how come no one has ever found bones or remains?
Yeah, people ask me that question all the time, and I ask,
are they that smart to bury their dead somewhere?
I think they are because I asked that question to John Bennernagel. He's a wildlife biologist, and I met him in the early 2000s. He's already passed away already, but he was like he's a PhD, in wildlife biology, and so he was enthusiastic about Bigfoot too. I asked him that question in 2000 and 2000. I think it was 99 and 2000. I asked him, how come we haven't found bones? And he always said, like any other good researcher would say, we never find bear bones in the woods. We know there's bears there. We see bears all the time.
That's a good point.
Nobody ever finds bones of a bear.
Huh.
Because if they die, they get scattered. They get scavenged, and their bones just get picked up by coyote, wolf.
But still, there's a bone out there somewhere.
Yeah, there's bones, but you won't find a collection of bear bones.
Just
yeah, together.
Yeah.
So I kind of think it's the same way as like Bigfoot. If they die in the woods, they get scavenged and it gets spread out everywhere. So,
but I guess it would be an abnormal femur or something where it's really bigger than the average human.
Yeah, I've read somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but there was in Illinois there was some Indian burial mounds that they were doing some, I can't think of the machine, but they have like a machine that like sends waves into the ground and it comes up with like an X-ray. Mm-hmm. And they were doing it in this one area, I think for some kind of geological thing, some anomaly there in that area. And they were doing it close to these burial mounds, and they found, like, they saw like a 8-foot skeleton in this burial mound. It was a Native American one.
Yeah.
But it was Native American, so it was sacred, and they couldn't dig it up
Yeah.
because they can't, because it's like by law they can't. But I read somewhere that they had found that, and they know it's there, they just can't get to it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Back then they used to have giants. They're redhead.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe that
It's possible. It's possible. So it could be them, or it could be like a
alien.
An alien or a tall Native American. So, but I don't know. I mean, that's always intrigued me, and I know I've always talked to you, like big time, a lot about Bigfoot stuff. And,
Well, ever since you were little, you were intrigued with Bigfoot and tornadoes.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
But-
I was actually scared of tornadoes.
yeah.
Bigfoots, I was intrigued. I wanted to know more about them, but
Yeah.
tornadoes, I've always been like scared of. So
It'd get dark, and Robert will go inside the house. He goes, come on, let's go inside.
yeah, I don't know. I think as a kid, I don't know. I guess I watched Wizard of Oz one time, and it just freaked me the heck out.
Now, I've been in Arcadia Park twice when it's gotten hit,
Yeah,
and it's loud. I mean, the pressure in the room increases,
yeah.
and your ears pop, and you can hear that noise.
I think I was working at that time when that happened, because I remember I think I had called you.
Dude, you were in Baylor.
Yeah, I was working at Baylor.
Yeah.
I was working all day at Baylor. I got off at 11, and at the time I didn't have a car. I was about to get a car, and my dad went to go pick me up. And when he picked me up at 11, we were driving back on Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming down Sylvan. It turns into Fort Worth Avenue.
Yeah.
Right? And so once we hit Fort Worth Avenue, everything was pitch black.
The lights went out. Everything.
Lights went out everywhere. It was like a freaky. It was almost, it felt like Escape from New York.
What?
So it was like, you couldn't see, like, because it wasn't a full moon.
Oh, okay.
Whenever it hit, and like you could barely see like 20 feet in front of you,
Wow.
and that's how dark it was, because everything was off. It was creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Like, you could see cars on the side of the road, guys on on their phones and stuff like that. But it was kind of creepy, and I don't know. Maybe they weren't on cell phones, because
I think I rescued you once in my 4x4.
yeah.
That's when it was all flooded because you worked in the basement.
Yeah. Because I think I parked in the area where it got flooded. I couldn't.
Is that when you had Hiroshima?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Or did somebody drop you off? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was right before. It might have been right before I bought Hiroshima. Yeah,
Around that time. What did you have before that?
I didn't have anything.
Now, remember we were 14, you bought a car.
Yeah,
I
I bought
got a ticket.
Yeah, you got a ticket, and we ended up paying it off. And
I think we had a sack full of corn, quarters and all that. It was a sock.
yeah, it was like $70, wasn't
Yeah,
it? It was
it was something like that.
It was like $70.
I think I still have that ticket.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's my mom's house.
I'm
In a
surpri-
scrapbook.
I'm surprised she didn't throw it away.
No, she threw everything else away.
I know, it's stuff that we wanted to keep.
Wow. She threw my helmet away, my shoulder pads, all
Yeah.
my models.
your NWA albums.
Wow. Oh yeah, I had a bunch of crates of records.
Yeah. But those were the days, man.
Man.
But I do recall like coming home, and we were going down Fort Worth Avenue, and I think whenever I got home, I called you to see if you were okay, because I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure if you were living at home then.
At my mom's?
Yeah, were you?
No, I left my mom's in 92.
Okay,
That's when I
because
left.
I think I was still in Arcadia Park then. I think I was still there. It was like toward the end. I was getting ready to move out, and because I was still at Baylor. When I was at Baylor, I was still living at home.
Oh, I couldn't wait to leave.
Me too. But oh, Mom, I she don't hear that. Sorry, Mom.
My mom knows because she was always digging into my stuff.
Yeah, but she's not gonna listen to this podcast.
Nah, I can say whatever I want.
My mom's gonna. My mom listens to this podcast all the time. The only one she hasn't listened to is the Indrid Cole one.
Man, I would love to hear that one.
Yeah, it's actually a really good one. I've always been fascinated with that guy. I've already read like 3 books on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Supposedly he's alien, right?
yeah. He's alien, or he's or interdimensional time traveler.
Yeah.
So they don't really know what he is, but he's appeared like in 3 books. He the Mothman Prophecies, not 3 books, but Mothman Prophecies, the Secret Cipher of the Euphonauts.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, that one is written by. I think it was written in the early '80s by Alan Greenspan, and he talks to some Vietnam veteran guy that was supposedly going to these underground UFO hideouts and killing UFOs.
What?
And he talked to Indrid Cole before he did it. So Indrid Cole, there was like, according to Indrid Cole's reports, there were several types of aliens. There was like ones that would steal stuff from you, and they were called humanoids.
Yeah.
And then there was his group, and so supposedly he was helping this guy kill these humanoid ones that were here on Earth, like stationed here on Earth, and he was like guiding him or something, or giving him like information or something. So, but it's pretty interesting. And then they mentioned him on a YouTube show called Hellier, and you should actually check it out. It's actually really, really cool. It's really, really creepy.
Huh.
And it's like 2 seasons of it. There's like the first season, I think like 6 episodes. The second season, I think it's like 10 or 13. I can't remember. But it's really, they actually mention him throughout this show, and it's like some of it was so creepy. It's just like it didn't make sense, and how it all lined up together.
Yeah.
You know, these events, Indrid Cole, Mothman, everything, how it just
All
lined
tied
up
together.
It all tied together or something. So just kind of odd.
I need to check that out.
Yeah, it's really, really, really good. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's also on YouTube, so you can actually watch it on like YouTube for free. So, anyway,
Yeah. No.
so we're like 29 minutes in.
Wow.
Yeah,
For real?
yeah.
We're almost there.
But yeah, I was actually going to get back to about the time when we were kids. Do you remember when we were at the Morocco basketball court, and
Oh, yeah.
we were spray painting?
Oh, yeah.
What exactly were we spray painting? Do you remember?
APSB.
I just wanted to hear you say that.
Yeah, the Cater Park sugar buckets.
Yeah, that was our click back then.
That was sweet, man.
It was.
And back then, everything was open.
Yeah,
We had to. Oh, man, that's when I got stung by that bee.
yeah. A lot of stuff happened
Oh,
then.
I remember.
But we were spray painting APSB across this.
Well, we put it on the backboard. That's when I got stung.
Yeah,
We spray painted. Who's spray painted a bucket?
it was. I think that was Daniel Garza.
Was it Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel Garza and Sal Garza. We used to play basketball with them all the time.
Yeah.
So that was like our court. We used to take on people in the neighborhood, and we used to. So that was like our home court at the
Yeah.
time, because I think at the time we were actually pretty good at basketball.
I wasn't.
You were.
I was all right. I never could do a layup. I don't know why.
You didn't have to.
And that was the easiest part.
The only thing I needed you to do was just spot up and shoot.
I could do that.
Because I would drive to the basketball, and then like I would rebound, and I would just kick it out to you, and I go shoot, and you would shoot it.
I would shoot it, but I was never good at charging.
Yeah.
Running with the ball and laying it up.
Yeah, you didn't have to, because I think at the time you were really athletic. I mean, I thought at the time I was athletic, but you were way more athletic than I was.
I wish I still was.
Well, you know,
I mean, I could get there if I wanted to.
sunny slopes of yesterday.
Yes.
So, but at the time, I think I had thought you were very athletic. So I think anytime we played someone that was really good, I would point out who was their best player, and I would say, "Hey, you go take that guy."
Yeah.
away." So you
Anybody
watch-
who was running fast.
yeah, you would take them. So
I love to run.
yeah, you did, and we ran
I
that court.
could do like 2 hours on the treadmill.
Yeah, we ran that
speed.
court. That's why we ran
Oh,
that
yeah.
court.
That was our house.
So we were spray painting APSB across this court, and it's
Yeah.
like this the way it's I'm not sure if it's actually still there anymore. That court,
No, it's still there.
is it really?
Yeah, you have the school, and then back there, the court is still there.
So you have to go to the school to get to that court.
Yeah, but it's hard because now there's woods all around the school,
Yeah.
and you have to walk through the woods, and then you have an empty void where the lot is. I mean, the basketball court's at.
Okay.
I saw it on Google Maps.
Oh, okay. Because I think I drove up to the school once and just looked at it. I didn't bother looking over to the right, but yeah, the way it was set up in like the 80s, whenever we were there, it was just a dirt road.
Yeah.
From I think it was Morocco. Mm-hmm. It ended the pavement, and then it continued as the dirt road.
You had your baseball court. Your baseball field to the left,
Right.
and that dirt road went all the way to the basketball court.
There was was there like some swings or a park bench, or there was like park bench on the right whenever you go. I can't remember. There was like benches there for picnics and stuff.
You know what? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Any benches there.
I can't remember.
Not because we played football on that side too.
Yeah, but it was like right. It was just a few of them, I think. But anyway,
Maybe.
but you would drive up. You drive up the dirt road.
Yeah.
And then I think that's Steven.
The babies need another kiss.
Yeah, probably. But you would drive up the dirt road, and he made it home already.
Cool.
We would drive up the dirt road, and it would just be this one basketball court.
Yeah.
It was full court.
It was like on top of a small hill.
Yeah, and it's like all that stuff was dirt. It wasn't like paved or nothing, right?
I think we got chased by that. What was it? The
Parks and Recreation.
yeah, that guy.
So
we were spray painting in the court.
yeah, we were spray painting the court, and because I remember you had your feet on my shoulders, and you were hanging onto the rim, and,
Yeah.
you were spray painting APSB on it.
Yeah.
And like I remember looking over to behind me, and I see a car pulling. I could hear a car pulling up, but I thought it was just
They're
somebody
that close. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they were pulling up, and then you jump down, and I turn around and look. It's the Parks and Recreation
Yeah.
for Dallas. So I go, oh shit.
Dude, that's when we got on our bikes and hauled ass down that trail.
No, we actually didn't. We couldn't
Didn't
we couldn't get to our bikes because they were blocking us.
Oh.
So we walked. They were like turning around, and we walked past them really fast. And you threw the can into the woods,
Oh, okay.
the spray can.
Wow.
And so you toss it to the right of you.
Yeah.
And we walked really fast past them, and we were walking across the field.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we're actually waiting on Sal and Daniel to come back because they went home to go eat,
Yeah.
get some water, and then come back. And so we were waiting on them to play basketball. And so we're walking across the field, and the Parks and Rec truck was following us down the dirt road. They were trying to see where we were going.
Yeah.
To say they can go talk to our parents.
When we were
probably.
going to go to Sal's house, and
Yeah.
you said, no, come on, let's just keep walking straight.
Yeah, we're heading towards Sal's.
Yeah.
And then I think we were gonna double back. I'm sure that wasn't the plan when we were thinking, but we're walking towards Sal's house. And as we made it to South Street, he lived on Bagley, right?
I think so, yeah.
He was on Bagley. So we were walking, and he was coming out. He was coming out of his house on the porch, and we were like had our hands like really low,
go back in the house.
Go back in the house. Go back. And he's like threw his hands up like, "What's up? What's up?" And like we pointed behind us, and he saw that parking wreck truck.
Yeah.
And so as soon as we hit past Sal's house, I told you, I said, on a count of three, we're gonna cut to this yard.
Yeah. Did we split?
No, we stay together.
Oh.
And then you go,
I'm totally wrong on this whole story.
Yeah. so
there's so many times we got in trouble.
And so like you were saying, he goes, I don't know if I can make that fence. I go, you got to make it. You got to make it. We're gonna,
Oh, that's right.
We got to, we have to go. On the count of three, you ready? He goes, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So we ran across this guy. Like it was like 2 houses down from Sal's.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And we
Wasn't
ran.
there a lady?
I think so.
Yeah.
And we jumped her fence.
Yeah.
And we ran to, I think the next street over was, what's the next street over? Tillery.
Yeah.
So we ran toward Tillery, but we ran behind Sal's house.
Yeah.
And we hid like in some bushes or something. And that truck sped up to go to the very next block.
Yeah.
And I think Sal's sister, Maria, was hanging stuff up. And I was yelling at her. I was whispering at her, hey, call Sal.
Yeah.
And she looked at me kind of funny, like I was weirder, like a weirdo or something.
What are you doing?
And so she goes and gets Sal. Sal comes out and I goes, what's up? I said, we were spray painted in the Parks and Recs. The Parks and Recs going to come get us. And I go, stay inside the house. And he goes, okay. So we ran toward Tillery and then made a right toward the mobile homes.
Oh, okay.
And so the idea I had was go through the mobile homes.
Yeah.
Go to the woods, double back.
Oh, and then follow the trail that goes to the court.
Yeah, no, go back to our house.
You see how I'm totally wrong on this?
Yeah.
You know, I'm seeing a different picture in my head.
And so,
but I know at one point we went down that trail behind the court.
yeah, I mean, it was there's a trail behind the court, but there's other, like, once you go past the court on, I think toward more the right hand side, there was another path to Stickerboard Valley.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that. I don't know who gave it that famous name.
You did. So we'd go Stickerboard Valley, and then we'd go back to our house.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but we had to make it to the mobile home, and if this mobile home had a history of like not wanting kids in it, because I know we tried to ride our bikes through there one time, and the property manager would always try to like chase us down and tell us, "Hey, get out of here," and stuff like that. So I think at that time I said, "Hey, let's just go through the mobile home, jump the fence, go back to the woods, and double back." And you go, "Okay." So we were actually we were actually hauling ass through the mobile home because I didn't want to get stopped by this lady.
Yeah.
And so we ran through, and I think she saw us, and she was yelling at us. So we ran to the very, very back, and they had I think it was like a 10-foot fence.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a 10-foot fence because we jumped it.
Yeah.
We were hauling ass, and I did it all in one motion. I jumped on the fence, climbed 2 steps, put my belly on the very top, flipped over, landed, and took off running. You did the exact same thing, but we're running, and you got caught by a branch.
Dude, that's when I said, Robert.
Yeah, you got caught by a branch.
That's when it caught on my shoulder.
Yeah, so I stopped and ran back and got you off the branch.
Yeah.
And then at the time, we were standing in the middle of a cemetery.
It was a cemetery because we stopped and we looked.
Yeah, so.
And we were like, where in the hell?
So
I didn't know there was a cemetery.
I didn't either because it's like hidden. It's like covered. Most of the tombstones were knocked over or covered, or they had like moss on it or kinds of.
Dude, that was some of them marked 1800s.
Yeah, this is the one that I was telling you about, telling you off show. This was the owner of that house. He had a house. He had a cotton gin.
Yeah,
and he owned slaves. He's one of the richest guys. And at the time, because like before Arcadia Park was in Dallas County, it was called Eagle Ford.
Yeah,
and so this guy was really rich, and this was his cemetery for his family. And then like further down, he had his slaves buried there too. But we were standing in the middle of that at that time. I think we were like we were in high school then, right? Or I was in high school.
During what?
During this time when we were running away from the Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah. We were
in high school, and so I just noticed that all these cemetery and these tombstones. I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. And
we just took off. We ran. After that, we just continued running. I don't think I stopped until I made it back home.
I remember that.
And so we ran. We like doubled back, and we ran through the woods. We ran through Stickerboard Valley, which runs over close to Dwight.
Yeah.
And then we ran behind our houses.
Oh, yeah, that was where there's another hill.
Yeah.
At the end of Dwight.
Yeah. So
that's where all those stolen cars were parked at.
Yeah. And so we made it back to the house, and I think we went to my house and we got some water or some Kool-Aid or whatever and drank, and then you went home. And I don't think we made it back to Morocco Park for I think like 4 or 5 months or something.
We played baseball.
Yeah, but I don't think we went back to that park.
Oh yeah, we didn't go.
We ended up going to the park over on the other side of Jefferson.
Yeah, the wreck.
Yeah, so we ended up going to that one. So
I didn't like going there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of I guess, how do you say, tension?
Yeah.
Because that was kind of like the border. Mm-hmm. We would say the border because that's where all those the kids from where Kmart used to be.
Yeah.
They'll be on that side.
Yeah.
And they'll be there. And I guess they took over that. But us being Hispanic.
Yeah.
Arcadia Park was mostly Hispanic, right?
Yeah. At that time it was.
Yeah.
But I think at that time also I was talking to Tommy Yala's sister, Melissa Yala.
Oh, yeah.
Man, she was good looking.
Hey, do you remember Tony?
Tony.
He that lived across the street right next to Richard? Well, you called him, it wasn't Tony, it was Manuel.
Tony the Tiger?
Remember he had a big afro? He always played basketball?
Oh, yeah. Tony.
Yeah.
Where his mom died in my living room?
Yeah.
Okay.
His daughter, or he married Ranina's sister.
Wow.
And I didn't notice it, but
her older sister?
Yeah. I think it was, what was her name? Started with the L. Lulu.
Yeah.
And they had kids. He had 3 daughters. Mm-hmm. Clarissa, the other ones, I don't know. They all started with a C. Mm-hmm. I didn't know this until Nina showed me. They're showing pictures. Mm-hmm. I saw the guy in the back.
That's Tony.
Yeah. I looked. I go, I know this guy, and they're like,
what was his last name?
I don't know. Salazar. I don't remember.
I never knew that because I remember we had an ice storm, and his mom was having a heart attack or something, and I feel really bad for her. And he was trying to get her to the hospital, and his car crashed into my ditch. And she was having a heart attack, and they brought her in the house and into my living room.
Yeah.
And Carol came over, my cousin, and started doing CPR on her, and she passed away.
Man.
In my living room.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't know how to react to that.
I was like in high school. I don't know. I was freaking out on that. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, he's still kicking. He's got a bunch of gray hair.
Does he really?
He looks the same, except minus the afro.
Yeah, he used to talk to Victor Vasquez a lot, right? Him and Victor were...
Yeah, they're buddies.
Yeah. So...
But I was just letting you know, since we're on the basketball part...
Yeah.
That I recognize him, and Nina goes, I've always went down to his house, because that's where my sister was. I said, I never saw you. And she goes, I used to walk down there. I said, I never... And we were always outside.
Yeah, we were.
I said, I never seen you go down Dwight. I said, believe me, if I would have saw you, it would have been a different story.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was weird.
How you crossed paths, but you really didn't?
Yeah, she was. We're always, and we talked about it, like if we went to clubs or went to, like, work history. She would be there at the same time I would be down the street, or at the same time at a club. And I was like, I've never seen you, ever, once we left school.
Wow. Man, that's crazy how... You're that close to her. I mean, you were close to her, but really not, because we didn't cross paths with her. And then now you guys are together now, but so it was almost like it was meant to be.
I ran into her twice. One time I saw her getting on a bus right across Sunset, and I was driving and I honked at her to see if I could give her a ride, but she had already got on the bus. And another incident, I was at somebody's house, and she knocked on the door, and this was Jaime's baby's mama.
Jaime Bear?
Yeah. I was at her house, and she knocked on the door, and I looked, and I said, hey. And she goes, hey. And then the girl that I was talking to, she's like, y'all know each other? And I'm like, yeah, we know each other from school. And that was the last time. After that, decades passed.
Do you remember this guy? He was in my grade. He was older than you. His name was Johnny Santa Maria.
He lived on the corner of Bond and Hill.
Yeah. Do you remember him?
I don't remember him, but I know him. He
used to ride chopper bikes, like bicycle choppers.
Yeah.
And he and I were close for a little bit, I think for one summer. And Priscilla De Leon the other day was asking me about...
That's Victor's baby's mama.
Yeah, well, no, he never had kids with her.
No?
No, he just dated her like in elementary. Oh. But she reached out to me on Facebook and said, do you remember Johnny Santa Maria? I go, yeah, I remember him. He and I used to be close, but we're not close anymore. And she says, whatever happened to him? I said, he dropped out like in 6th grade.
For real?
Yeah, he dropped out in 6th grade. He never made it to Stockard or Griner.
Dang.
And he ended up getting a job at one of those. Remember, I can't remember what corner it was. If it was Bond or further down on Morocco. They used to be like a transmission shop there. Or like a auto parts, not an auto part, but like a repair shop, because he was very like mechanical.
Yeah, but I'm going down Morocco. You said Morocco?
I'm not sure if it's Bond or Morocco. There's like a corner, like it used to be a gasoline station, but it's like now where you go get a tune up or something. There was a couple places. There was a couple corners like right.
I want to say Justin,
or maybe it was Justin. It was like it was also a tire shop too. It used to be right next to Cabell's.
That's Morocco.
Okay, so...
No. That's... if it's next to Cabell's, that's Tillery.
Yeah, so I think he ended up getting a job there, like really young, where he was just changing out tires or he was changing out oil, whatever.
Yeah.
And so he dropped out like in the 6th grade. Like a lot of people during my time never made it to like junior high.
Man, I didn't know that.
Because it was just like me, Alex Avina, Nancy Avina, Ernest Serrato and Ernest Segovia were the only people that made it from elementary all the way to high school.
I think Ernest Segovia is working at a junkyard.
Is he really?
Yeah. I went to go get a motor, and he was sitting there, and I recognized him.
Wow. He was always really cool with me.
Yeah?
He's always cool
He's
with
all
me.
right.
Yeah.
I think that's Loopy's uncle.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Blow me down blunders.
He's going to love that.
Yeah, he probably doesn't listen to podcasts, but that's okay.
Yeah. He's a teacher now.
He hated the hell out of me.
Did he?
Yeah, he still does, probably.
I don't think he's ever forgiven me for me breaking his butt bone.
His tailbone. That's what he gets for shocking you, man.
Well, I warned him.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to kick you in the ass if you keep doing it.
Yeah. Every time, because I used to be friends with him on Facebook, every time he would say some shit to me,
Yeah.
I would always mention, I was always bringing that back up. I go, yeah, you better watch out. I'm going to get one to kick you in the ass again.
He was actually at the house a couple of months ago.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he wanted to talk like after 9 o'clock. I was like, dude, it's going to be 10 o'clock. I'm fixing to go to bed. Because I just want to get some stuff off my chest. And I said, is it about me? He was like, no, I just want to talk. I just want to get out of the house.
You're not a therapist?
I know it. I think he just wants to talk. And
This is kind of strange because this is the nice Juan Valdez. I don't really know because like the old Juan Valdez would tell him, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, I would have told him that on the phone.
Yeah,
I've calmed down a lot.
yeah, I know you have, which is okay. But I think at the same time, you need to.
I think I did it because I've already gotten in a lot of trouble when I was younger.
Yeah,
So I was impatient.
yeah,
I just flew with whatever I wanted.
yeah.
But now that I think half of my life being in jail, I got tired of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're like mature now,
Yeah.
so you're real.
I'm kind of boring now. Now nobody likes it.
That's called being old, Juan. It's not called being boring.
It's
called
boring
being old.
being responsible.
No, because you don't have more time than money anymore. So
I know.
So you can't be going to jail and stuff like that. Speaking of,
Oh,
I wanted to talk about this because I know you. I tell this story all the time about you. Remember that time when we went to the Knights of Columbus?
oh yeah, I remember that.
This was probably like I think we were like in our
Is that the Rudy incident?
yes, the Rudy incident. This was like I want to get your side of the story because I always tell the story all the time that we were going to the Knights of Columbus. It was me, you, my cousin Joe,
Yeah.
or Jungle.
Yeah.
And I think we were meeting some of Joe's friends there, Stoner Juan.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
And I think Roger.
Roger.
You remember Roger?
Yeah.
And so we were meeting them at this Knights of Columbus in Arlington off of...
I don't even think we got to meet him, or did we?
We ran into him like whenever the club was clearing out.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll let get to that.
Yeah.
But we were... I think it was... I can't remember what street it was on.
Cooper.
Cooper? Was it
Yeah.
Cooper? Okay. So we were invited to this party, this UTA party.
Yeah.
And
the
I think
college party.
because I think it was like somebody's friend of a friend invited us or something.
Yeah.
So we go to this party and like we were pretty young, and we were pretty adventurous, and we were like we thought we were pretty badass.
I think we're 20. I was 22 or 23.
Yeah, I was
You're
probably-
like 25.
like
27.
25. Yeah. So, and I have this thing about Tarrant County. I hate fucking Tarrant County with
Yeah, I know.
passion. So we go to this party. What?
She got in a fight over there?
I don't know. Yeah. Well, there's more stuff to it that I hadn't really talked about. So Ash is yelling at us off camera. I mean,
Yeah.
off mic. She's so we like go to this party, and like it's like whenever we first walk in, right?
Yeah.
It was like me, you.
They're dancing.
Yeah, it was like I can't remember. It was techno or something. I don't know. It was like some kind of house music or something.
Yeah.
And so we're making our way to the back, and we're cutting across to the dance floor, right?
Yeah. They were playing like Little Susie or something like that.
Yeah, some kind of Latin stuff.
Yeah.
And so we're walking across, and I remember you were to my right, and like this is like this little bitty dude
Yeah.
dancing, and like you did this dance move, but you're walking past him, right?
Yeah.
And like, or I'll let you tell the story. Go ahead.
Well, I remember you saying, "Hey, look, we Look, he's dancing. I go, yeah, I could take him.
Yeah.
And then I just busted out a dance move. And he goes, hey, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
So he busted out a dance move. Then that was back in the day when the Backstreet Boys were on, and you have a lot of boy groups and stuff.
Yeah.
I busted out this dance move. And he goes, you're pretty good. You know what happened next, right?
Yeah.
And it came out of nowhere. Huh? It came out of nowhere. He goes, what's your name? And I said, my name's Juan. I said, what's yours? Well, he pulled up his fist, and his name was tattooed on his fist.
Yeah.
On his fingers.
Yeah.
And it said Rudy. And I looked at it, and he goes, my name's Rudy, see? And when he did that, he popped me right in the jaw. He just said, look, here's my name. And wow. He caught me off guard.
Yeah, he totally caught you off guard.
And I was like, it didn't hurt. It just it caught me off guard. He thought he got me, and that back then, I was like a short fuse.
Yeah.
If you touch me wrong or you push me wrong or something, I'll go into fight mode, and I'll just instant. When I backed up, I remember you looking at me, and you're like, no, and I just lunged forward, and that's when you caught me in the middle of the air.
Yeah. So
and all hell broke loose.
So at this time, I remember watching it. It was like in slow motion, but I couldn't stop it.
It was happening.
Yeah, it was happening. Like he punches you, and your head like snaps back, like not like a heavy punch.
It was just like a pop.
It was just like a pop, and like it caught you off guard, and you were like, I could see your face, and you're like, this motherfucker just hit me.
Yeah, he was like, did he just fucking hit me?
Yeah.
And my expression when he popped me was my normal expression.
Yeah.
But like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde came out.
Yeah.
And when I came back, that's when I had totally changed my attitude.
Yeah.
I was about to kill this guy.
See, I think right at that time, you were a really good athlete, and I was a really good athlete, but I thought you were way better than me as being an athlete. And so you like your head snapped back.
Yeah.
And then you went straight like lunging forward. And I said, "Oh hell no, I'm not going to jail tonight." So
and we're in Tarrant County. That's even worse.
I ran and caught you. You're right. I caught you midair. I put my hand around your waist and then picked you up.
Yeah.
And I ran toward the wall.
Yeah, I could have just easily got out of your grip, but you're bigger than me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get out.
Well, I put you against the wall, and then I pushed you against the wall, and then I was doing like a pass block.
Yeah.
I was pass blocking.
Like a lineman?
Yeah, kind of like a lineman, like I did in high school, and I was blocking you. You were trying to like juke past me.
I should have done a dance move. I would have gotten away from you.
I know. I go, hey, it's pretty good. Oh shit, he got past me. So, but George was like,
I think they got a hold of him.
Yeah, no, George grabbed the guy by his neck and like put his hands to his face and said, "I could have killed you, man."
Yeah, I remember. I
could have killed you.
I don't remember. I wasn't there, but I remember you telling me.
Yeah, because like he came over to us, and like I was pushing you, and you were yelling at me. You were cussing at me like crazy. You said,
"Let me fucking go get him."
Yeah, but
I don't think anybody else intervened. It was just us three.
Yeah, and so, George was telling you. Because I could have got him on. I could have got him. I go, will you fucking help me hold him back?
Yeah.
I'm getting tired. Because like I said, you were a good athlete.
Yeah, I had a lot of stamina.
Man, you were.
Still have it.
And I was like, oh my God. I was like pushing you. I was getting tired. I go, will you fucking help me hold him down? Because at that time and period, I did not want to go to jail in Tarrant County. Because I had a lot of bad stuff happen in Tarrant County. My uncle was killed in Tarrant County. And
did you get in a fight in Tarrant County?
Probably, yeah.
You don't remember?
Whenever I was drunk, probably. I don't know.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that. There's
a
lot of drunk nights.
Yeah. And like I used to go to Chasta's house all the time.
I remember.
And there's been a couple times where my car broke down in Tarrant County. And I was at a 7-Eleven or Wendy's or something. And someone always came up trying to start shit with me.
Yeah.
I go, what? Do I have like a sign on me?
You got a target on your back.
I go, what the hell? So I've always had a bad thing about Tarrant County, so I was pushing you, and I said, Juan, I don't want to go to jail in Tarrant County.
Yeah.
And I know you were pissed at me. You were pissed. I think you were pissed at me for a while.
I was mad. I was mad at a stupid reason because you didn't let me fight, and I loved fighting back then.
Because I thought, to be honest with you, I'm not being biased because you're like my best friend and I've known you forever. You'd have killed that guy.
Yeah, I would have got him.
You'd have fucking killed. You would have like mopped the floor with that guy. That guy was probably like $140 wet.
Yeah, he was small.
He's like maybe I don't know. He's because he had scars all over his head.
Well, that's probably because he's got his ass beat a lot.
Rudy, if you're out there,
Yeah,
I saved
asshole.
you. I
Yeah,
saved you,
did.
bitch.
Yeah, I'm still looking for you.
So,
Was that same night where they got rid of Rudy and they kicked him out, and then we're leaving the parking lot, but we're afraid. I even told you, I said, "Dude, watch out! This dude might be in the car. He might shoot us or something."
yeah, because like at that time when I had you against the wall, they shut the party down.
yeah,
Like that one incident where he punched you, they shut the whole party down, and so everybody was falling out of the party.
yeah,
And so at that time, we hooked up with Stoner Juan and Roger.
yeah.
And I can't remember. I think one of this other little bitty guy was, I can't think of the guy's name, but
Is Stoner Juan the one that with Ricky Lake?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Stoner Juan.
I
So
remember him.
Juan Longoria is his
Yeah.
last name. I can't remember Roger's last name.
Man, I have him on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram.
Yeah, I can't think of his
I
last
remember
name, but
his last
he's
name.
always been a cool dude.
Sorry, Roger.
Yeah, sorry, Roger. But I don't even know if my cousin Joe listens to the podcast.
You know, I don't know.
I don't think he does, but it's okay. It's all right. But
Is he still with Christina?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, because Christina came up as a friend suggestion
yeah,
on Nina's page. She goes, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
I said, "That's my that's Robert's cousin's wife." She goes, "Oh, okay." I said, "Nah, don't start tripping."
hopefully she doesn't listen to the podcast.
Well,
So
I'll make sure she don't listen.
yeah, just tell her to do something else.
Yeah,
Hey, let's
make some tortillas or something.
But it was a trip, man, because I remember we were walking because I think we were the last ones to leave,
Yeah.
and as we were leaving, everybody was looking at us, man. People in the cars.
Well, they know we started it.
Well,
That dude started
Yeah,
it.
technically we didn't. So
Yeah. I just wanted to dance.
yeah,
And he took it to the next level, and that was it.
He probably got pissed because he tapped out all of his dance moves.
Probably. He got lucky. He ran out.
So we were walking out, and like you were saying earlier, I thought we were gonna get shot
Yeah.
because there was like a lot of cars moving, and I had my head like on fucking swivel, but
Yeah.
you never know.
You don't know if he was hiding behind the building or
Yeah.
he's in the car waiting for us to come out.
But luckily, we like made it to your truck,
Yeah, I had that blue and gray truck.
and then we hauled ass out of there.
That
So,
was sweet.
but I think it was a couple of weeks you were like kind of pissed at me though, still. But
I was always mad.
yeah,
I think the time that we stopped talking the most.
yeah. I think back then, especially because this was before that, right?
Yeah. It was before,
So
way before that.
yeah, because like I think we were still talking, but you were like mad at me.
Yeah.
because I
That's
didn't,
when-
because I didn't let you fight that guy.
Yeah, I was mad. Not mad at you, just mad at the fact that
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance to do what I wanted to do.
yeah. You probably would have gone to jail for that.
I've always went to jail.
I know, but I'm saying for that
For
incident.
that,
you would have.
definitely. Not unless I would have hauled ass. Nobody knew me. I would have just kicked his ass and
Yeah.
took off.
Yeah, I mean that guy was a piece of shit.
I still remember his face, man.
I do too. He had like a stupid like Ducky Boys haircut.
Exactly. That was back then the U-Men.
Yeah.
U-Men and they
Ducky
had,
Boys, AV Boys.
yeah, that bullshit. That was
So-
stupid. That was in. No. Were we still? No.
It was like it was toward
still in-
it was toward the end of our high school time,
Was it?
but it was still extended a little bit.
It was past it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I remember I had a truck that had
Yeah.
that blue and gray truck.
yeah,
I thought I was still in school. No, we're still young. Like
yeah.
in our
We
20s.
were still young. We were
Shit.
still young, but I think when I was a senior is when there were that AV Boys and Ducky Boys.
Yeah.
movement really blew up.
That's true.
But you know what? None of those fuckers ever messed with me.
I got in a fight with one gang.
Did you?
Yeah, his name was 8 Ball.
I wish I was with you.
I was on the corner and I could see him coming up,
Yeah,
and I was gonna get on the bus.
yeah.
And Jessica Varela saw this fight. You remember her?
No.
That was Jaime's ex.
Oh, okay.
And,
That's probably why I don't know who she is.
and the bus was passing. At the same time, one of them sucker punched me from behind,
Yeah,
and it kind of dazed me. And I turned around, and then like 4 or 5 of them were just on top of me.
yeah.
And I was I took one out, and then when I turned around, they're just bombarding me with kicks and fists.
Man, I wish I was with you.
And I didn't want to run, but I had to because there were too many people. I couldn't take them all. I took a couple, but then after that, I took off towards the school.
Those guys were a bunch of bitches, man. Because
Yeah.
like when I was a senior, I'm not saying like I'm not going to toot my own horn, but at the time I was a pretty good athlete when I was a senior.
You were.
And
until the pizza incident.
Well, I mean, still after that,
you're pretty athletic.
I was pretty athletic, and people didn't really fuck with me too much because I had a bunch of freshmen that were hanging out with me because they were afraid to get picked on, like French Fry Hernandez.
I heard of that.
He was this freshman that he got picked on. He was little.
I probably knew him then.
Yeah, he was tiny, and I don't even know what his real name is, but
you just know about French Fry.
Yeah, well, whenever he came and hung out with me, I told him, I said, he goes, you want to hang out with me, you can, because he got picked on a lot. I go, I'll make sure you don't get picked on. So no one picked on him whenever he was with me, and so every time he would have lunch with me, because I think when I was a senior, I think I had the last lunch, sea lunch.
Yeah,
and he had a lunch, but he would skip and have sea lunch with me.
Dang.
And so he was skipping, and only thing he wanted to eat was French fries.
For real?
So I just called him French Fry Hernandez.
French Fry.
So he hung out with me, and he didn't. And there was a couple freshmen that would hang out with me because they didn't want to. I think even Ignacio the Clown hung out with me too.
I remember him.
Yeah, so he would like come to me and ask me stuff. And
Ignacio the Clown.
And
You gave everybody nicknames.
I know. So he'd come up to me, and I tell him, I said, "Hey," he goes, "Hey, can I hang out with you?" I said, "You call me Mr. Dominguez."
What the hell?
I made all the freshmen call me Mr. I said, "You call me Mr. Dominguez." Because Mr. Dominguez, can I hang out with you? Go, yeah,
Untouchables.
I go, come on. So they would come hang out with me, and so I protected them. And so I don't know. I mean, because like we would walk down the hallways, and I would see like Human and Ducky Boys.
Yeah,
and those fuckers,
they had that stupid ass haircut.
Yeah, and those fuckers would just get out of the way whenever I'd walk up.
That was the hairspray days.
Yeah, I used to walk up to them because I think all of them were like freshmen at the time. Because I don't know where they came from. Griner.
I'm glad I didn't get a haircut like that.
Yeah, me too. Because like you were cutting my hair most of the time anyway. So
I think back then we had the flat top and the fade with the long hair in the back.
Yeah. The mullet, the back whenever mullet was cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to call it a mullet, right?
I don't know what it called it. I just know it's not a tail. It's just a strip of hair on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
You just left it long, and then you had a fade that went out to a flat top.
Yeah.
I remember, but I think we did that because of the helmets.
Yeah, I think so too. And I wanted to keep my hair long.
I got mine pulled out.
Yeah.
When I was playing, so I just shaved it off.
I know, but you looked really cool with it on.
I did, but my hair was too thick to get a flat top.
So
my hair was real thick and curly.
But like I was telling you, I'd walk down the hallways, and these guys would get out of the way. They would literally just move out of the way. Like it was like parting the Red Sea.
Yeah. Well, you had a Letterman jacket. That's why.
Yeah, I had a Letterman jacket, and I didn't fuck around back then. And
yeah. Here comes Mr. Dominguez.
So
Boat Wright be in the background. Mr. Dominguez.
What's the name? Years later, like 2 years later, or 2 or 3 years later, I went to a homecoming game, and I don't think you weren't with me. And
I probably would have started a fight.
So I went to a homecoming game, and I think they were playing Adamson, and I was sitting in the stands close to the band and like the flag corps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This kid makes for Sunset gets in the backfield. Who think he was like 66 or something, 65. Makes a tackle in the backfield, and I asked one of the girls. I said, "Who's this guy?" And they go, "Oh, that's French Fry Hernandez."
They called him that?
Still,
what the hell?
I go, "Yeah." that
name stuck to him. That's crazy.
So it was kind of cool. I felt kind of proud at the moment. I'm getting like goosebumps.
Yeah.
Right now. So
you gave somebody a name that stuck with him.
It stuck with him. So it was kind of cool, man. I was pretty happy. So
I never had a name that gets stuck.
Yeah, you had a bunch of nicknames.
I had a nickname. I had a bunch. The most one that I remember is Mr. Anderson.
I don't know why I called you that.
I don't know why either. You used to call me Klondike or Cronkite.
Chromkite.
Yeah, that. I don't know why.
Because I think at the time you were like, I don't know, you had a really deep voice, and you had I'm serious. I'm being serious.
I think I was sick.
No, you had a deep voice, and like you would always like try to report stuff. You would go, "Hello, my name is Juan," and so Walter Cronkite was a reporter, and he had a deep voice.
Yeah,
and so that's why I called you. And like you were into like Chrome. Remember
back then?
Yeah, you like your bike had to be Chrome, and you had to have like Chrome.
It was valve caps.
Yeah. So I just put it together, Chromkite.
What the hell?
I don't think I've ever explained that to you.
You didn't. You just call me names. At one point, I was like, I wonder if this dude really knows my name.
But I don't know. I kind of like the one you have now, Rogue. I think that's
that fits. I wish I'd have had it a long time ago.
I know it would have been.
I would have stuck.
I don't know how I went from Rote to Rogue though.
I know how you got wrote.
Yeah, that was from Ollie.
Yeah.
She goes,
I don't even know how she got wrote.
I don't either.
It doesn't sound anywhere close to Juan.
This is when like my sister was still alive, and you would come over and you would cut Steven's hair over my sister's house, and then you left. You had to go. Be with I think JD or something, and
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then you left, and like my niece, she was I think at the time she was like 5 or 6.
She was little.
She was little, and she says, "Hey, where's your friend Rote?"
Yeah,
and I go, "What?" And like back then, I would always correct them on stuff if they said something wrong, and she goes, "I said it wrong." I go, "What? Where did you come up with that name?" And she goes, "I don't know." It just
came up, and it's stuck.
It's stuck on you.
Dude,
like,
you know how long I've had that damn name?
It's better than Crumcrite.
Oh, yeah, it's better than Anderson.
So,
but how long has it been?
I don't know. Probably like 20 years.
Yeah. And it slowly, progressively changed throughout the years.
Yeah, it changed whenever
evolved.
Yeah, it changed whenever Rogue One came out.
The movie.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah,
I changed it to that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
because it was wrote for a long time.
Yeah,
and I remember where I was helping you move like always.
Yeah,
and it was a fucking couch, and I had the heavy end, and you're over there laughing with Steven, and then you're going like, I'm road, I'm strong, I'm road. I said, well, pick it up.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Oh my God, those were the days, man.
Man, that's because I'm
tearing eyes right now, man. My eyes are tearing.
That was a while back.
So,
but it's because I lifted a lot of weights, and I was mad because I was on my end and nobody was helping me. Yeah, and him and Steven,
I was lollygagging.
They're all laughing, and I'm over here going up was it up the stairs?
Yeah,
and
well, pick it up.
Yeah, well, pick it up. I was mad.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't do that. They're my friends.
He's nice. So he's nice. He wouldn't do that. So
I wanted to throw it over the rail.
Yeah, it was the heavy couch.
Yeah. I remember I came up with the idea, put it on top of the rail and just slide it.
Yeah.
So that was easy.
It was.
We'll pick it up. I was going to say that earlier.
What do you think about this podcast so far? Is it pretty easy to do?
It is.
Because you had some doubts, some trepidation at first, right?
I was worried about if I had a loss for words.
Yeah.
But if you sit back and relax.
Yeah, it's just like talking.
Yeah.
Just with a mic in front of you.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's very therapeutic.
I guess it's like if I'm in a therapy session.
Yeah.
I'm over here saying stuff from the past. Maybe I can probably sleep better tonight.
I think I find it better that when I'm just talking about a subject, I'm okay, But when I interview someone, I'm a little nervous. So I don't know what to say. Because like when I interviewed my brother, I was editing it, and I noticed I say right or right on or right.
Yeah.
Like I said like fucking 70 times.
I'll probably say yeah. I don't know how many times.
Well, I mean,
throughout this whole interview,
but
like
yeah. But you're the guest. You can do that. I'm the host. I shouldn't be saying right. Yeah. Like after every statement you say. And so I'm sitting there listening to my brother's interview.
Are you editing them out?
Yeah, I took them all out. I said, "What the fuck?" I said it like 70 times. I swear, 70 times. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. I go, fucker, quit saying. And then so I'm almost like I want to just like mute it or something. But
it's like me saying "what the fuck" to everything.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But I think that's cool the way you say it like that.
And those are words of inspiration.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Well, it's just automatic. If I don't understand something, if I see something out of place or not normal, it just automatically comes out. What the fuck? And then now everybody's using the letters WTF.
Yeah.
I think I coined that. I made it up a long time ago.
I think so too, because you were saying it a long time ago before it was cool. Because I remember, like I would come ask, goes, "Hey man, I need you to take me to the store," and you would say, "What the fuck?
What the fuck?"
Or like, "Hey man,"
or like something's out of place.
Yeah, I would say, "Hey man, I need a haircut."
What the fuck?
What the fuck? So Yeah.
Oh,
Haircuts are good.
I think that's when I was learning how to cut hair.
Yeah.
I wasn't really educated.
Man, we were cutting hair long before that.
I think it was like in the 9th grade.
Yeah. We were experimenting a long time ago.
I think I started to learn how to cut hair when I used to go to the barber shop. His name was Bozy. Over by St. Cecilia's. And then he will kind of train me in the mirror.
Yeah.
This is why I'm doing this. This is what number I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And then it caught my attention.
Right.
Right. There you go. Right.
I was going to tell you, you end up being with Ronina because like that was your crush, like in,
dude, 3rd grade.
Yeah, 3rd grade.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you.
Did you have a crush on her too?
No.
I'm gonna hit you.
No, I never had a crush on her. I had a crush on. I never told you this one. I never told anybody this one. But I had a crush on Kathleen Nixon.
Did you?
Yeah.
What? Johnny's gonna kick your ass.
Johnny, he's like younger than me.
Oh, still. He's an all big country boy now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, his sister's married to someone else now, so he's.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. Well, no, you know what? You always spoke of her.
Yeah, because like she was the same grade I was.
Yeah.
So
weren't there like 3 of them, sisters?
I don't know. I just remember her. It was her and Johnny. Is the only people I recall.
Yeah, I don't think Johnny liked me after that Cabo incident.
Cabbles?
Yeah.
What happened?
We're still in Cokes.
Oh yeah. He was. Is that his uncle or something?
No, he just got caught because I ran and he.
Oh yeah, so you tried it with him because he used to do it with me all the time.
Do you remember there's a hole in the bottom of the gate?
Yeah.
And they had the coolers outside.
I would go in and I would distract him while you were like, you would do.
And
the
I'll put the Cokes down at the bottom.
Yeah.
So when we walk out of the store, we're going to the right.
Yeah.
And there's a pole right there, and you'll dip down and I'll pull the Cokes out and we'll just leave.
Yeah.
Well, I think that old man, he had those big mirrors by the door.
Yeah.
And he saw Johnny doing it, and I was outside, and he goes, "Hey, once you get caught, you're inside that cage.
Yeah.
You couldn't run."
Yeah.
And that man always carried a gun. He was the man that did the Frito pies.
Yeah, he was a really nice dude.
Yeah, he was cool.
I feel bad for doing that.
I do now.
Yeah. But we didn't.
Well, back then, you don't care. You're a kid.
Remember when we busted that one? We just hauled ass and took off.
What is it?
Remember when because I think you did it with me once. And you dropped the bottle.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was back then when they were glass.
Yeah.
With that foam.
That
foam cover.
And so we hauled ass, and he didn't catch us.
Yeah. No.
But
he could have shot us.
I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but like years later, I think I was just out of high school. Do you remember Tony the Tiger and Spidey?
I remember Tony. I don't remember Spidey.
Spidey, he was like he had like a big he was the one that Lupe fought. And Lupe was kicking his ass, or Blunders was kicking his ass, and he told him, "All right, I had enough."
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Uh-uh.
Well, he lived like 2 houses down from Tony the Tiger on Bond, and he had really long arms. So he would like whenever we play basketball, he would put his arms around you. So we call him Spidey because like his arms are really long.
Reach around.
Yeah. So I forgot what was the incident. It was me, Tony the Tiger, and Spidey. Tony the Tiger I think he was trying to get in touch with Sal or Daniel, and they couldn't, so he got in touch with me. And like something happened at Cabell's, the brand new Cabell's, was after they had right before they were about to remodel it, and something about the guy was working it had treated Tony was yelling at Tony about something.
Yeah.
So Tony was pissed, and he wanted to get back at him, so he wanted to go egg his car.
Oh. Wow.
And I was just out of high school.
Yeah.
I was just out of high school. And I don't think I ever told you. I may have never told you the story, but
no, you didn't.
So it was Spidey and someone else, and me and Tony and Tiger and me on one side. So we get on one side of the Cabell's, and Spidey and this other kid get on this other side of Cabell's. So I was like
on the street side.
Yeah. On the street side, and I was like on the Davis side.
Davis side, yeah.
And so we had a bunch of like rotten ass eggs.
Yeah.
And so we chunked them at this guy
because he's premeditated. They're rotten.
Yeah, it was like Tiger was pissed at this guy. So I went to go help Tiger, and I told him so I'll go help you, but if we get caught,
you're on your own.
You're on your own. if you tell on me. And he goes, okay. I'm being serious. He goes, okay, I will. And so, I was a really good athlete then, and so I chunked these eggs at this guy's car because he parked right in the front.
Yeah.
And Tiger says, "That's his car." I said, "Okay." So I just started chunking eggs. I started chunking eggs, and Spidey and this other guy was chunking from the other side.
Yeah.
And so they must have like crossed the path of the front of the Cabals, and he saw them.
Yeah.
And so he comes out, and at this point, I threw my last one. As soon as I threw my last one, I turned and started running.
Yeah.
And Tiger was behind me, but I booked.
Do you remember which way you ran?
I ran down. I think that's what.
Tillery.
I ran down Tillery, and I cut across. I cut across on Hale.
Damn, you ran that far.
Yeah, I ran all the way. I went all the way down. Ran all the way down, and I cut the corner right at the back of the school, and then just ran all the way down. And it's like at the time I was a good athlete.
Yeah.
And I left Tiger like my fucking dust.
It was gone.
I was gone, and so I ran down.
Well, how come he didn't run?
He was running, but he wasn't.
He wasn't
a good athlete. So I, as soon as I threw the last egg, I took off running, and this guy gets out and chases Spider down. What's that road beside Cabals?
That was Tillery.
Tillery. Oh,
There's Tillery, Justin, Morocco, and Bond, and Dwight.
So I ran down Justin.
Okay.
I ran down Justin, and I cut.
That's where the school's at.
Yeah, and I cut across, and so Spider and this other kid ran down Tillery. The guy follows them, and he crashes his car behind the school.
No shit.
Yeah, and you could, as I'm running down Hale, I could see down, and you could see someone's flashers going, like his flashers going, and apparently he caught Tiger, and he caught Spider, and he caught this other kid.
Dang.
And
he crashed his car for that?
Yeah, he crashed his car, catching this kid, and then so I run down Hale, go down Dwight, go home, and I was expecting to see the cops, and I was pacing back and forth. My mom was asking, "What's up? What's going on?" I go, "Nothing." And so I was looking outside. Cops never come. So I find out the next day that Tiger and Spidey got arrested.
Dang.
And they got interrogated, and they want to know who the other person was. And they never told on me.
Yeah,
never told on me.
They know snitches get stitches.
So to this day, they never told on me, and I thanked them later on. I said, "Hey man, thanks for not telling on me." Told on me. So
well, when you put it that way, I mean,
yeah, because I was at the time, like I said, I was a really good athlete.
Yeah,
and I was pretty mean back then. So we're like an hour and 20 minutes in
already.
Yeah,
you think that's enough?
I got more than enough if you want to stop.
Wow. Well, I need to go feed this kid.
Okay. So, man, I know, right? Did you like it? Sweet. Too sweet.
But, yeah, I never heard that story.
Really?
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, because I don't know if you, I don't think you were around. I don't think you were married and you had kids and stuff.
It was that time?
Yeah.
And you're throwing fucking eggs and you're old, man.
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe you were just out working or something. I can't remember where you were at. But
I've been working since I was 17.
Yeah.
I think one of my jobs was when I was 16.
Throwing eggs?
No, throwing eggs. Stupid.
What's up?
Of my truck? Oh.
This is my neighbor.
Working with your dad.
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I think I was 16.
Yeah. Do you remember do you remember where my dad used to work when he worked at Miller and Frost? What kind of machine he was doing?
That was Dallas Letterpress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Kluge.
Was it really?
Yeah. That shop is still open. That guy's name is Robert.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a couple of jobs with him. I still work with him.
Wow.
I still go to the print shop, and all these Kluges got this big old wheel on the side that turns, and the paper goes in, you pull it out, the other one goes in.
Man, my dad had worked there for years.
Yeah, that was with Joe, right?
Yeah. He worked at Gillespie for a long time, and then he got hired by Miller and Frost. Yeah,
I think Miller and Frost turned into Dallas Letterpress.
I did it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's still open. Now they're in, I want to say off of Manana Drive.
Yeah.
Way out there. They were on Industrial for years.
Yeah, or Chavez, right?
Well, now it's Chavez.
Yeah.
To me, it's always going to be Industrial.
Me too. Yeah, I'm the same way there. So, but hey, man, thanks for doing this for me.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for letting me.
Yeah. I mean, because
podcast,
you could always come back. You can always come back and do it whenever you want to.
Sweet.
So But yeah,
it's pretty fun.
But thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Y'all take care.
You have any shout outs to anybody?
I want to shout out to Noah, my son.
Noah Pagoa. We like to flow.
There you go.
No
He's already checking out your mics.
Yeah.
Nah, but we could do this again. It was pretty fun.
Thanks, man.
It was cool.
Dumb like I made the fun.
All right, later.
All right, man. All right, bye.
I must bid you adieu, and so, goodbye, and good night, bye!